Hello my friends, and welcome back to The Long Dark, Zero to Hero, in our quest to survive in a frozen, post-apocalyptic world. My name is Sprocket, and currently we are here at Timberwolf Mountain in the Mountaineer's hut. After a very successful fishing expedition, we caught quite a bit of whitefish, a few of the bass, and actually we caught two little golden eyes, but we ate one of them. We've got another one here. And I was watching a fishing video about the Long Dark recently, and I found out these guys are actually really good. The golden eye, these are good for if you get the preservation box to keep the meat safe, or whatever, like make jerky, I guess, out of the fish essentially. Because when you make the jerky out of the fish, or the salted meat, I should say, it doesn't matter how big the fish is. For example, this one here is 2 kilos. Right? But this little goldeneye here, let's see how big he is. He is only 0.51 kilos. When you make the salted fish, they're all identical in size. And so you actually want to use the smaller fish to make that, so you don't lose all this meat. So from now on, I'm going to save these goldeneyes. If we ever do get that meat preservation box, we'll use that for these guys. These other big fish, though, they are going to be really good for cooking to get the oil and all the calories out of them. Of course, the benefit of the meat preservation is that you can travel without being smelly. You can carry the meat with you and not attract wildlife. So that is a huge benefit. But also, you lose the vitamin C. If we were to preserve this guy and make meat out of him in the salty box thing, we would not be able to get vitamin C from him. So a few drawbacks to doing it like that. Anyway, guys, this is a great day to be at Timberwolf Mountain. The day is just starting, well, a little bit, almost noon, I should say, judging by the position of the sun in the top right corner. We did get that pesky wolf that was trying to steal our fish, and he is currently here. He's going to be possibly a permanent addition to our little shack. We might have a nice little wolf rug here. I'm not sure if we'll craft him into something or not, but it's kind of nice to have something to keep your feet warm while you're sitting on the bed crafting or whatever. Cozy little wolf pelt. Okay, I have lots of ideas of what I would like to do today, and one of them is a little bit adventuresome. I think it would be fun to grab a couple hacksaws and head out and try to get some of the cargo containers that are just scattered across the territory here. However, we are a little bit short on food in our inventory. If we take a look at our food situation, by the way, I do need to drop that fat so I don't attract wolves. At any rate, we do have cattails and some salty crackers, little candy bar, granola bar. But other than that, we're a little bit light in the food department. So I probably should cook up some fish before we head out on any kind of adventures. Fortunately, we do have quite a bit of firewood. We are not hurting for firewood. You know what? Before I forget, I do want to drop these tip-ups. I wonder, should I put them in the drawer? I kind of like to see them, but on the other hand, it's kind of a pain to organize everything. So I'm going to leave the fishing tip-ups here. And shout out and a thank you to viewer Anna. She did comment about these tip-ups, something I was not aware of, which I really appreciate. You don't actually level up your fishing skill when you use the tip-ups. So if we go to our skills over here, fishing, where are you? Fishing, ice fishing. So we're at a big fat zero for skill level up, because none of the fishing I did actually counted towards leveling up our fishing. So in order to do that, we would actually need to do it by hand without the use of the tip-ups. So thank you for that, Anna. I appreciate the comment there. And I would like to eventually, that is one of my goals, is to level up all of these skills to level 5. The big ones for me, of course, is cooking, which we achieved. The next one for me would be archery. I would really like to get archery leveled up to level 5 so we can crouch while shooting. But really, all of these are going to be really good to level up. Ice fishing would be good. One of the achievements I would like to get eventually, I don't know if I'll be able to get it in this run, but there are some rare fish that you can try to catch. You probably need to craft some special lures to accomplish that, using different bait and things. But that is a skill, you know. It would be kind of fun to catch all those rare fish. Okay, so I need to get a fire started. We're going to cook up some fish, get our belly full, and possibly head out. Alternatively, because it is daytime and the weather is not terrible, in theory I could actually go out now. By the way, I do need to drop this fat. There we go. I think I will get a little food cooked up though. Seems like a smarter thing to do. Yeah, I'm going to leave the window open just for a little bit of fresh air. It's not super cold right now. Let's get a fire started. We get a torch out. Looks like I probably could use some torches. If we do this adventure, guys, it is going to be quite the expedition. We're not going to go to the top of Timberwolf Mountain just yet. But there are plenty of crates laying around that are just begging to be accessed and opened up with our hacksaw. And also, when we do go to Ash Canyon and return, we're not going to go by way of those loot crate things. And so these kind of require a second expedition anyway. So I may as well go try to open up some of these containers. We'll bring the loot back to Timberwolf Mountain, Mountaineer's hut right here. And then we can set out for Ash Canyon. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Now, it seems like every time I say my plans out loud, of course, the wild Mother Nature tends to have her own opinion of how things should be played out. So we'll have to see what the weather has in store for us. Okay, I'm going to get, let's get some water cooking. And then I will get some fish as well. It would be nice if I had brought the second pot. I remember we had a pot over at the...
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Prepper's Cache. Trying to think of that. At the Prepper's Cache. You know, if I have meat on me, I probably should shut this so the wolves don't help themselves to our little protective area here. I don't even know if they can come in here. But anyway, I'm not going to risk it. Let us place our pot and get some of these fish cooking. I'm looking for the biggest fish right now. Calorie-wise or weight-wise even, 1.42. So they're going to be different sizes. There's a 1.45. Let's cook that one. As that is cooking, I should check out our gear just to kind of get ready in advance for what's coming. Particularly, I'm kind of worried about our torches because we will be passing through some caves. Now, we do have our lantern with us, and I believe it's 0.95. Oh, here we go, right here. 0.95 liters. Storm lantern. So it's almost completely full. It's really good. And we will get a tiny bit of oil from cooking up these fish. As far as torches go, I've only got 2 torches. I would like to have 3 or 4 good quality torches. So I'm going to pull just a couple here while we're waiting for the fish to cook. Nothing too extravagant. You know, these are pretty crappy torches though. I do hope it gives us at least 1 or 2 good torches. Man, these are all just terrible torches. Okay, I may have to just craft them. The problem with crafting torches is the resources. It does use oil and it uses cloth. 2 pretty important resources in this location. Okay, I don't want to use my coal. I'm going to pick up these reclaimed wood. We'll save our coal. Coal is just so useful because of how warm. It really increases the ambient temperature so much with just 1 or 2 pieces of coal. Okay, that is a good quality torch right there. I'm happy with that. How's our water? Okay, water is done. Let's cycle that, get another one cooking. That torch is probably okay. I will take 1 more just in case. Let's see. Okay, not so good. All right, let's harvest these up. How's the fish doing? Got 3 minutes. Okay. These all are actually above 30%. I'm surprised. Let me sort by condition. Okay, yeah, I thought so. I thought there would be some torches that were a little bit lower. I could just drop
his
them.
own pee doesn't seem so crazy right now.
Okay, is this fish done? Yes, fish is done. Let's go ahead and eat it. Probably got a little bit of oil from that. Let's go for another fish. Let's see, checking the weight here, 1.14. Ooh, 1.42. May as well cook that one. 26 minutes. 13 minutes on the water. I'll harvest a couple torches and then I'll just drop the rest, I think. I don't want to bore you guys with all the torch harvesting shenanigans or whatever. Shenanigans doesn't mean what I thought it meant. I looked it up recently because I say the word a lot and it actually means something different than I thought. I thought it meant like silly, dumb, kind of funny things, but it's actually like more serious, like mischievous and deviant. So I'll have to come up with a new word instead of shenanigans, but it's just so much fun to say. It just kind of rolls out. Okay, let's check our water situation. I just boiled up a bunch. I may go for just a little bit more because we're going to want to take a little bit with us, and I also like to leave some behind, you know? If I get attacked by a bear, which is very possible, guys, because of where we're going, we're heading out into the wild, and I know there are multiple bears where we're heading. If we just get totally mauled and lose all of our gear and have to come back here, it'd be good to have some water. Although I think when I started this series, I said there's only one life, right? So I don't think we can cheat death. This is like permadeath, right? I'm okay with that. I'm really kind of using this run to get back into the game. I had a failed attempt at interloper, and I need to get good. You know, I need to practice, increase my skills. At the same time, I'm trying to get back into editing and, you know, making videos for you guys. So I appreciate all the feedback you guys are giving me on making the videos as good as possible, because when we're ready, when I feel like I am skilled, I want the next series to be absolutely amazing, as good as I can possibly get it. So any feedback you guys have for me is much appreciated. I really do appreciate it. Try to make these videos as good and entertaining and enjoyable as possible, including, I think like in the last video, we may have talked about the lighting situation, if it's too bright or too dark. So I was going to ask you guys to let me know if you find that as I'm playing, if it's too dark or too bright. Please leave a timestamp of when that happens. And in the,
I need some water.
For example, if we're like 9 minutes, 10 seconds into the video, just leave a comment with 9 minutes, 10 seconds, and then I can jump right to it and find out how things are looking. I would appreciate it. That would really help me out. Okay, so back to preparing. We've got 37 minutes on the fire. I'll probably just let that burn out, assuming that the outside weather is going to be good for us. That will probably equal out the time there. Okay, this guy is almost done. 13 minutes. Is there anything I need to do? I could let's harvest some mushrooms or some rose hips. I don't have any rose hips yet. Get these harvested. What I mean is I don't have any rosehip tea. That's what I was trying to say. So I do have 1 cup of reishi tea. I don't have any rosehip tea, so I did want to get that harvested just in case. Okay, whitefish is cooked. Let's grab... You know, I'm just going to eat it. Let's get our belly full. Let's pick up our pot. I'm trying to decide if I want to get a torch lit. Speaking of torches, I do want to drop the extra torches that we have. Actually, they're all good. I must have harvested all the other ones while I was talking. So, we are heading into bear territory and wolf territory. Maybe I will light a torch here. Save a match. Water is done. Let's pick this up. I am probably a little bit on the smelly side. I think I might have some meat on me. Yeah, I got all that fish. I forgot about the actual raw fish.
I have to leave something behind.
What I meant was cooked. I think I might have some cooked fish on me. Oh, yeah, this is really bright, but that's just like the game. And that is actually true to life. The reflection of light on snow is blinding sometimes. It really is. Okay, couple things. I do want to take another hacksaw. 86%. How about this one here? 48%. Actually, you know, our hacksaw's probably good. Let me just check the quality here. Don't think I need... Yeah, this is 93%. We should be okay. I'm going to leave the extra hacksaws. I do want to take a couple extra flare shells. So I think that brings our total up to 6 or 7. 5, 6, 7 plus 1 in there. There's 8. We've got 8 rounds for our distress pistol. I think we are good. As far as water goes, I do want to leave a little bit of water behind like I was talking about. Let's drop a liter. And you know, I keep forgetting I can actually do this from the radial menu. If I... Let's see, let me try this again. Is that right? I'm trying to think. There we go. Takes a little practice, but you can actually pull a full liter directly out of the radial menu there. Okay, our torch is burning out. I believe we are ready to go. Let me just check my coal. Now, we are going through a cave, so we should be okay there. Let me drop a couple sticks. Keep 3 with us, and guys, I think we are ready. Time of day, just past noon. Weather is not bad. Visibility is improving. One thing I would like to do is add a marker here. We do want to mark... I don't have time really to map this out, but I do want to just get this on the map. There we go. So we've got ourselves the home base on the map. And that is quicker than actually taking the time to use our charcoal and draw it out. Okay, we're heading into the unknown once again. I have a rough idea of the map. Oh, I can hear wolves. Oh, and there's the bear. We are so close to camp, guys. I may actually try to get this bear, and we've got a safe place to go right here. We could bring him closer to the fishing hut. Let's see if we can get him to see us. Now, the question is, do I want to... let's get his attention here. He probably should hear that. Do we want to use the distress pistol? Come on, bear. Do I want to use the distress pistol or the archery, the bow and arrow? Okay, he does see us now, I think. Do you see us, bear? We're pretty close. I don't like how close we are. I don't think he sees me yet. I'm gonna get this lit, just in case. Is he coming though? Okay, let's get this fire started. This is just kind of my backup security. We do have the fishing hut we can run into.
Come on. Come on.
Oh, come on. Yeah. Oh, he is coming. Okay, good. Alright, let's get this fire started. This could be dangerous. He's coming very close. If I fail this, I've got to run into the shack.
Come on.
Okay,
Well,
I've got to
that
run
didn't
into
work.
the shack. Hey, bear. Alright, I guess I'm going to use a flare distress pistol. He's coming. Oh, we can get another shot off. I think he got stuck. Let's use our... Ow. Let's use our bow. Sorry, bear. That's probably just sitting there burning him. Broken. An arrow. Missed. How can I miss? Come on, bear. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. I'm sorry. He must have got his foot stuck between the shack and the ice. And we just leveled up archery. Nice. Let's take a look at this. Archery level 3. Okay, so you're turning into a decent archer. Your aim is increasingly more precise, and with this you have a greater chance of inflicting critical damage. Clearly, I don't think I am level 3 because of how many times I missed just now. But this is good practice. I need to get better at this. I appreciate the bear being stuck there to help me out with my archery. And I would hate... Man, that is the thing I really don't like about hunting in this game. And it's probably true to hunting in real life, is you have to track down your prey after you shoot it. And that is the least favorite thing for me, is trying to track these guys down. And then they end up dying in some crazy weird place where you can't even make a fire. So I'm really glad this fishing hut was here. We did kind of use our skills to lure him close to us. I probably took too much of a chance here making the fire with my back to him. That was pretty dangerous. But I knew that the shack was right here, so we could run into that. Look at all these arrows. I'm just so bad at archery. I took so many shots just to try to get this guy harvested, or, you know, killed. By the way, Bear, thank you so much. I do appreciate you providing your meat and your fur for us. Yeah, poor guy. He must have like got his foot stuck on the shack there, and he was also panicking because he was burning from the flare. It's kind of a bad, unfortunate situation, but I'm glad it worked out that way because it allowed me to kind of take care of him before he suffered too much. I don't think he even really felt much pain because of the adrenaline. The adrenaline hadn't even worn off yet. We were able to finally get him taken down. Okay, so this was not in the works. Mother Nature, she just kind of has her own plans. I'm going to see... Yeah, I'm going to try to harvest him from safety so the wolves don't get me. Let's go for a quartering. I'll try to quarter him. I think that might be the best option. 2 hours, any way you look at it. We'll use the hacksaw. This will allow me to get the hide, the guts, and the meat, which we could possibly put into our Pepe mule.
Feels like something is sapping my energy.
Nice. Okay, so let's deploy Pepe right here. In fact, I need to back up a little bit. Let's get closer to the meat. Sounds like the weather is definitely changing. Let's deploy this. You know what I really need to do is get some deer hides curing. Because our little mule is getting worn out. By the way, I gotta watch out for wolves. Our little mule is getting worn out, and the only way to fix that is with deer hide.
Too much stuff to carry.
Alright, let's put this stuff in here. Yeah, Mother Nature has her own plans. She's like, you want to go on an adventure? Nope, you're not going on an adventure. Although, I guess we could technically call that an adventure. Did provide us with a lovely bear. Got that all harvested up. All these guts are going to be really helpful as well. Okay, we've got 10 guts, lots of meat. Let's make sure this is loaded. Okay, it is loaded. It's a shame I did break an arrow. By the way, I think I shot and missed, didn't I? Did that just skitter? There we go. Let's get that retrieved. I believe that is the only one I shot and missed. I'll just do a quick look around, just in case. I believe that's all of them. Nice, we're going to get this bear hide curing back. That's awesome. While we're doing our expedition, we'll have this bear hide curing back at camp for us. Just have to watch out for the wolves. Super heavy. It's a big load. Now, I do need to harvest these bags of meat before we head out. We may have to spend the rest of the day here. Just quickly get the meat out of the quartered bags and into actual steak slices or whatever, you know. And that way it will not despawn. But man, that was incredible. That's probably the best place for the bear to be, is right there. I do need to grab some of these rocks before I forget. I have got to always have at least 1 or 2 rocks as distractions. They could save my life. Alright, see if I can zigzag my way up to the Mountaineer's hut with our catch. A little bit tricky. Can I go inside? Nope. That's as far as we go. Okay. We can put our gun away. Let's unload this. Let's get all the guts. And do I already have... I've got the hide. Okay. Nice. Let's grab a bag of meat.
Too heavy.
Yeah, that's going to be really heavy. Let's get inside. Now we've got ourselves a bear hide and a wolf hide. We're going to put the wolf hide over here. We'll put the bear hide right here. Beautiful. Okay, the guts. I need to get a pile. Let's put them over here. Okay. Should be a good location. Actually, in the corner might be better, but I'll leave it for now. I will move this crate. Where do we want to put this? Over here? You know what? I am going to move it. I don't want to look at the guts. We'll put those in the corner. By the foot of the bed. Also, we get a little more ventilation here. We don't have to smell them. Oh, whoops. That was not what I wanted to do. Gotta make sure I cook that mushroom extra good now, because it was on those guts. Okay, now the meat. Let's drop the meat over here. For now, I guess. You know what? I probably need it by the door, so I don't have to go quite so far. Just bring it inside. Just a little bit.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Can I carry 3 at a time?
The sun's setting.
Okay.
It's gonna get a lot colder soon.
Yeah. It's a lot of meat. We are not hurting for meat at this location. If we had enough fuel, we could live here for a long time just with what we already have. Just a little bit light on the fuel department. Let's pick up our Pepe. We'll take care of him because he takes care of us. Okay. We do have shelter. Sun is going down. I'm glad we have that extra water because this is going to take quite a while to harvest all this, I think. We do have an extra whetstone. I might just use the knife. We do have a whetstone. I can sharpen this up. 25 minutes versus if we use the hacksaw, it's 47. So we're going to do in half the time we can use the knife. I may change my mind. I'll have to see. Okay, looks like we might have a beautiful sunset. I'd like to go take a look at it.
I'm getting weaker.
Love looking at the sunsets here. Okay, bear meat. I do want to put you somewhere. How about right here? There's the plane wreck on top of the mountain. Not sure which direction the sun is. Is it like over here? Nice pastels. Beautiful clear night. Just a tiny breeze. We're not even cold out here, guys. Beautiful, beautiful day to be at Timberwolf Mountain. Love it. Okay. Let's harvest more of these before it gets too dark. Well, I have daylight, actually. Got a little bit of daylight. Let me get a drink. Maybe I'll finish up this book. Be nice to leave that behind. I believe we just have 2 hours remaining. Yeah, so we'll do... Cannot focus. Well, you're tired. Oh, okay. Too tired. Makes sense. In that case, back to harvesting the meat. We're not too tired to harvest meat. I wonder if I should keep the fat separate. It would be easier to cook the fat and make oil if I keep it separate from the rest of the meat. So there was some fat here. Let's leave the fat over here. Okay, we'll drop the fat separately. If I'm not cold, maybe I should harvest it out here. That will help us prevent cabin fever. Yeah, we're not cold. So technically we're outside. We're not accumulating a cabin fever. Wonder if we'll get an aurora tonight. I'm still pretty warm. Well, I bet those wolves are smelling this meat. Wind is blowing our scent over towards them. Beautiful night. Oh yeah, this is the Timberwolf Mountain I love. I should do it from here, actually. There's a side of Timberwolf Mountain that I don't love, which is when I'm freezing to death and lost in a blizzard and I don't know where I am. But well, we have a nice place to call home right here. This is feeling pretty good. Okay. It's nice I don't have to cook at all. If we didn't have level 5 cooking, I would be tempted to spend the time to get this guy cooked up. But we can afford to just get him butchered. If there are more people in this world, here at Great Bear Island, I haven't come across them. Of course, we do have the trader. We've encountered him. But I like to think if somebody else wanders across this as we are out adventuring, somebody comes across this, I do hope they know they're welcome. They can have whatever they need. We've got to do this together. We've got to survive together. Got some water left out for them if they need it. Some matches, maybe. Hopefully they're not in terrible shape, whatever their story is, what they've been through. Okay, almost done. Then we can go to bed.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Let's get this, hold on. Let's bring this right here. Okay, we're still not cold. This is great. An hour and 2 minutes. That's a lot of meat. Oh, it's frozen now. That's probably why it's taking so long. In that case, we're going to switch to the hacksaw. I'm glad I noticed that. I would have just kept using the knife. Okay. Almost done. Maybe in the crates we'll get some flour or other cooking supplies we can actually use with some oil to make something good. Alright, last bag. Nice. All done. First snowflakes are starting to fall. It's going to get too cold to do anything out here pretty soon. Okay. You know, as a peace offering, I'll take a couple of these. We'll leave these for the wolves. Leave these over here. There's usually about 3 of them, isn't there? Okay. Let's get inside. Get some sleep. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, let me just make sure I dropped all the smelly stuff. I did. Okay, let's get inside. Gosh, we may have to cook up some more food. Because I ate all the meat we cooked, and we used it all just to harvest the bear meat. So, I've got to cook some more food. I'm going to go for the fish, I think, again.
This bag is getting kind of heavy.
Doesn't really matter which ones I grab, I guess. They all need to be cooked. Let's get our torch out. Yeah, like I said, we kind of got a diversion there. We set out to do one thing, and I think it's important to be flexible like that, you know? When you're handed an opportunity to get a bear hide and more guts and meat, of course, you should take it. And fortunately, we did store up a little bit of firewood just for such an occasion. Like I said, I do wish we had another pot, though. I really hope we come across another pot in our adventures so I could bring it back here. It's going to really speed up cooking. But at least we have 2 burners, you know. In here, we can cook 2 at a time, as opposed to like in the fishing hut. We just have the single pot-bellied stove. That takes forever. Man, but a 6-burner stove to cook a full bear, that would be really good. Okay, let's add the reclaimed wood, and I think we had some cedar, didn't we? Or did I already add it? I must have used it already. Okay, an hour and 32. Let's put out this torch. Cooking slot, let's go. Place our pot. I'm just going to start throwing fish down. It doesn't really matter, I guess. They're going to be off. You know, if we had 2 pots that were the same size, or 2 pots and the fish were the same size, we could kind of time it so they are constantly done at the same time. But this is about as good as I think we're going to get. Just going to throw them on and cook them. Let's see. While these are cooking, I will just craft a little bit, and then I may just end up passing time. We've got to get some food in us. It would be good to have the food cooked for tomorrow morning as well, if we can cook a little bit extra. Okay, so that is done. Let's throw some more on. we go. That one is done. Let's go ahead and just eat it. Let's throw this on here. There we go. Okay. There's not much more I can do. We've already crafted everything. I could just quickly harvest like 1 or 2 torches, but I think I've... Oh yeah, we just have 2 torches left. Let's harvest these. I'm kind of worried about how tired we are versus how late it is. But we do have a cave we can sleep in. So when we set out tomorrow, I do have a cave. Oh, I got this arrow we need to harvest as well. Rest in peace, little arrow. And I cannot believe how many shots it took to bring that bear down. He was one tough bear. And they were like mostly in his neck and head area too. It might have just been the angle that I was at. Not the best angle. Alright, come on, fish. There we go. Let's grab that. 36 minutes on the fire. I may have to use a piece of coal. Let's see what fuel we have. Got a few sticks. Okay, that's good. Those must have been the torches that I harvested. Okay, I know it's really dark here, but I think we'll be okay without a light for just a minute.
I need to drop something.
Alright. Shut the door just in case. Man, that is a nice sight. Nice cozy heat. I can even feel it way back here. Even with the breeze, I can feel the radiated heat. But when you get close like this, it gets really toasty. That is nice. Okay, that fish is done. Almost completely full. That's great. I'm going to move this book out of the way. Okay, cooked fish. Yes, I'm going to take you. 11 minutes on that one. Let's pass some time now. Okay, I'm curious how much oil we've been getting. We already have almost a third of a liter. That's incredible. That's great. From cooking all this fish, we've already got 0.3 liters. Really good. Okay, I'm going to pass time again. Just keep cooking these up. 36 minutes. I'll probably let the fire burn to that point. Let's see.
I might have to drop some gear.
I do have some in my inventory. 19 minutes. Okay. Let's just pass some time. Sounds so good, all that sizzling.
Surrounded by snow. Nothing to drink.
Okay, let's add just a little bit more fuel. That should do it. We could probably even just go to sleep now. I'm gonna get a drink. Let the fire burn out. And let's get to bed. Man, we are so exhausted. Let me check the time first. What time is it? It's very late. Let's go for 8 hours. I'll see you guys in the morning. All right, good morning. 56 days we have survived. 56 days. Food is cooked. We timed that pretty well. We're getting pretty good with these fires, I think. I will take some charcoal. It would be nice to map. Time of day, a little bit late. We slept in a little bit.
Something's got to go.
I'm going to drop this meat before I forget. We've got some cooked meat on us. A lot of cooked meat. That is awesome. Okay, let's get this raw meat separate. Let's move this over here. May as well get some breakfast. The vitamin C feels good. Pumping through our blood. It feels like we were getting kind of low. Just gives us an invigorating feeling getting that vitamin C. Okay. Let me do some mapping. Seems like a good time of day to do that. There we go. Now we should be able to see where we are. Also, man, look at that. We've got the cougar. I do want to stay away from him. If we can avoid the cougar, that would be really good. This is one of the places I want to go. So my plan is to kind of head straight. What is that? West? No, east. Straight east. We're going to head straight east from the lake. There should be some loot over here. Some crates we can cut open. And then we'll head up to this cave area. There should be some loot here. We'll take a cave that should lead us even farther up the map. We'll come out from a cave and there's another crate. And then we'll come all the way back. That is the plan. Hopefully we can make that happen, depending on what the weather does. Okay, let me just check our inventory before we head out one last time to make sure I've got everything we need and all the things we don't need are left behind. So we only have 2 torches. That's okay. We can make more torches. I will probably get a few more pieces of coal. I'll pick up some sticks as we go, so that's not a problem. Clothing is all really good. Food, we know we're low on food. A little bit low on water. That should be okay, though. By the way, I keep forgetting we do have the roast hip pie. We can use that for rope climbs if we're heavy. That is helpful. The gear is looking pretty good. You always want to check your gear before you head out, right? Make sure you're not too heavy. I will take another piece of coal. And that's probably it. Alright, let's head out. Do I want to bring the water? I kind of want to leave it just in case somebody comes while we're gone. Like I said. Okay, let's get out our distress pistol. We're going to head out. Let's get this party started. Killing that bear actually is a load off my mind because I'm always worried about where he is. By the way, we do have the wolf out. Dang it. I'm always worried about running into the bear. So he should run off if we go in here and just wait. Come on, Wolfie. Here he comes. Alright, there he goes. Alright, we're going to head this direction. Hopefully he leaves us alone. Got some cattails. Oh, come on, Wolf. Thought we just got rid of you. I may have to light a torch here. We could trail him along for a little bit. He may actually help us because I'm walking into the unknown. There could be wolves ahead, and as long as we have a pet following us like this, it should actually prevent the other wolves from coming at us. Does that make sense? So for example, just over this hill, I don't know, there could be a wolf, but because we have, what am I going to name him? Scary? Ugly? We have Ugly following us. He's not ugly.
Getting kind of thirsty.
He's alright. Yeah, as long as he's following us, we are actually going to be okay. He's still coming. I can hear him. Okay, we need to head this direction, I think, over here. To get to the first crate. By the way, I do see that we're getting thirsty. I don't mind taking a little thirst damage. Just to kind of keep our water situation in good check. I'm going to look for birch bark as we go. So we got a wolf straight ahead, guys. So I don't hear ugly. So here's the wing. Oh, I hear the cougar. We may have lost ugly. I think the loot crates are over here. Yes. Oh, we've got a deer kill. Okay, I don't feel so bad lighting a torch now if we want to heat up this. Let's light a torch. Alright, we'll scare away the wolves. Okay, I do want the deer hide. If you remember me talking about Pepe, our mule, he's not doing so good, and we do need deer hides. So I'm going to get a fire started for protection from the wolves while I harvest this guy up. We could potentially also cook a little bit. It's not like we need it, but
come on.
May as well get some water or meat on here. Yeah, I don't like that.
Turned out pretty well.
Don't like the cougar. I'm going to add a coal. Let's get some water. Okay, need to get this hide and the meat. Let's get the meat first. Like I said, guys, there are caves nearby. We may have to spend the night in the cave. Okay, 5 minutes till done on the water. It's just past time. Let's get this meat cooking.
I'll die if I don't drink something soon.
Okay, 57 minutes on the fire. Let's use our knife to get the hide. Okay. Don't think we really need the guts. We have so many guts back at camp for us. Okay, I will take the cooked meat. It's going to make us smelly. But that's okay. We're going to head over to these crates. Actually, I will drop the meat for now. Just while we check the crate. Okay, we got any feathers? Got some birch bark. Are you back, Wolf? Where are you? Don't know where he is. There he is. Okay, we've got a couple crates here. It shouldn't be smelly. No, I'm not smelly. Okay. I'm going to get down low just in case our torch blows out. Let's hope for some good loot here.
Could end up being useful.
Fire starting stuff. Ooh, bullets. Nice. Maybe there's guns on the other side. Bandages, medical.
That'll come in handy.
I'm gonna take it. We can put it in the mule, I guess. Our torch did not blow out, which is good. Oh, we've got a dead body. Oh, another hacksaw. 81%. Nice.
Too much stuff to carry.
Some matches. Alright, come on, Wolfie. Is the torch out? Gosh, that was close. It's not quite out yet. Just looks like it's out. Alright, I'm going to grab these feathers. It is a very bright day today.
Wonder if this is any good to eat.
Ooh, lots of good food. Ooh, more drinks and stuff. Okay, nice. I can afford to get a drink now. I will put a mark on here so we know not to come back. Put searched. Nice. Let's grab the meat. I guess technically we don't really need it. Don't really need this meat because we just got all that food. It's just gonna make me smelly. Alright, we're gonna leave the meat here. We're not hurting for food. Okay, I need to make sure I don't get turned around here. We're gonna head north. I might even want to go back to camp. I didn't realize how much loot we just picked up. We got quite a bit. And camp is just around the corner. May as well drop it off. Will is a trooper for traveling while thirsty. By the way, am I out of torches? I probably am. Got one last torch. No, 2 torches left. Didn't really see much in the way of birch bark. I thought I'd see more pieces than that. I'm gonna grab some sticks. Just because I know our firewood situation back at camp is not very good. Got a nice log here pointing our way back in case we get turned around. Now there's a bear cave right there. I think that is the bear we just killed. I can hear something. I think I'm going to start using the names of the 7 dwarves for the wolves. Sleepy, Dopey, Doc. I don't know, what are the other ones? Happy, Grumpy. Well, I am very grateful for Mother Nature cooperating today. We got 2 loot crates searched. We got a bear. Not too far from camp. Grab a few more sticks. Kind of zigzag our way back. But I tell you what, I'm always grateful to have these sticks later in the game. At some point, you always end up circling around, needing to use them. Using them for improvised shelters or fire-hardened arrows or to cook a bunch of meat we just caught. I'm going to grab these just because they're right here in my way. So what are we at as far as cattails go? 18? 21. Okay, that's probably good. I won't grab any more. You getting tired, Will? He's tired and thirsty. So you can see we have taken a little bit of damage from being thirsty. Really not too much. Not a problem. When it's really a problem is when you want to go to sleep. Gotta make sure you've got enough water. Or of course when you're reading. For some reason you can't read when you're thirsty. A little bit silly if you ask me, but that's alright. Okay, this is... Nope, that is our last torch right there. Get this out just in case. I think we'll be okay, but... just in case. Man, I wish it was this kind of weather and visibility all the time. You almost forget about the times when it's so freezing cold and no visibility and your clothing is soaking wet and starting to freeze. Okay, I hear the crows. Are they just flying overhead, or is there actually something dead around here? I think they were just flying by. Okay, we made it back with a large haul. Got that deer hide that we need to get curing. Let's put that over here, I guess. That was worth it just for the deer hide, guys. I'm actually really happy about that. Okay, the sticks we're going to put over here. Drop the sticks here. 21 sticks. I'll take 3 of them. I really need a torch. Maybe I should even just craft a torch. Now, we picked up a bunch of loot. What all did we get? I should probably leave that here. Let's unload. Oh, all the food. That is really good. Let's start with the medical. So we've got a bunch of pills. Can put these in the container, I guess. Do antibiotics disappear when they're low quality? Maybe I should drop them. Kind of worried about them disappearing. So we'll keep the 82%. We'll drop all these other ones. And we've got some antiseptic. Don't need that. Got the Go energy drinks. Those could be useful for rope climbs if we have any coming up. Drop all these pills. I'll hang on to these, I guess. They're pretty lightweight. I don't know, 0.1 kilo. You know, I'm going to drop them. I almost never use pain pills. Okay, those are looking good. Food, we did get a lot of food. And we can't put the food in the storage containers. Let's take just a second to organize. Let's put these on the shelves. Yeah, if somebody wanders in here, they are going to be so happy to see all this loot. The antiseptic, the antibiotics. Maybe they're suffering from some kind of infection. We've got to heal up. Be kind of interesting to come back and find somebody unconscious in bed trying to heal. And it'd be good to know we've got a medicine cabinet here just full of supplies. Got to make sure you do the full cycle of antibiotics if you do take antibiotics, so that the bacteria doesn't mutate. Does that make sense? Let's put this up here, actually. Yeah, if you stop your treatment halfway through trying to get rid of an infection, they can actually become immune to your antibiotics. So you got to completely wipe them out. Okay, that's it for the antibiotics. Let's see, we got a bunch of food. I'll keep one of them with me. Got lots of soda. Where are we going to keep all this food? Be nice if we could stack it up. We staple it to the wall. I really don't know what to do with these. Guess we'll just leave them here. You know, it seems like you don't get meals on airlines anymore. Unless you're like first class. You just get like a little bag of chips or a soda. I think gone are the days when you get like a nice meal. Unless you're paying for first class. Okay, soda. I probably could just take all the soda with us. I might leave a little bit. Let's leave that. Soda's good because you can just drink it like water and you get a little bit of calories back from it. Okay. We're still heavy. Got the canned peaches. Oh, another... Oh, that's right. I was going to keep that one. We got some extra tools here. So we got the extra hacksaw. What's this hacksaw? 86. We're going to keep this one. We'll drop the others. Drop the 74% one. Do I have tools? I don't think I have tools up here to fix those. I'm going to look in the drawer here. The rest of these items we could probably just leave in the drawer. Sorting alphabetically. Okay, good. So we just have 1 hour left on our book. That's good. I'm going to leave a flare. We can leave the fuel. I might take one with us because we are going through some caves. We'll leave the bullets. Yeah, I don't even... Did I even bring the gun? Yeah, I do have a gun. Okay, nice. That's good to know. Let's drop all these. I'm not going to take the gun with us as we go to Ash Canyon. Alright, let's look from the top here. Okay, so got 3 arrowheads. We could probably put those in the drawer. Everything else is looking good. Let's drop these. Nice. I forgot to switch. When I hunted the bear, I should have switched to this other bow. That's okay. Alright, so let's put these arrowheads in the drawer. And then I believe that is everything. Just tidy up a little bit, make it look nice. I may end up taking one of those hacksaws, just because I know we're going to be opening some crates. I'll take one more. Okay. Alright, Will, you deserve a drink. I know you've been waiting patiently for that. I believe that is everything. Just do one last quick. Okay, fire's looking good. Got 3 coal. We do need to get some torches. Clothing's good. Food is good. We got a little bit of water. That's good. All right. Nice. I think we're ready to set out. Check the time of day. Sun is going down. Come out here and take a look. Beautiful. This feels like home. I really do like this location. Got all this food packed up. Guys, I want to thank you for coming along with me. If you've made it this far into the video, thank you so much. Before you take off, please just click the like button. Really appreciate it. You can also leave a comment. Be very helpful. And if you don't know what to say, just leave an emoji or something. Hopefully you're already subscribed so you don't miss out on the adventure. But most importantly, I do hope to catch you in the next episode. Take care.